Hello, grade 6. Our lesson today is about relationships between variables. Equations and tables. You can use an equation with two variables to represent a relationship between two quantities. One variable is called the independent variable and the other is called the dependent variable. The value of the independent variable determines the value of the dependent variable. When an equation describes the relationship between two quantities, the variable x often represents the independent variable, and y often represents the dependent variable. A value of the independent variable is called the input value, and the value of the dependent variable is called the output value. Let's unlock the problem. A skating rink charges $3 for each hour of skating, plus $1.75 to rent skates. Write an equation for the relationship that gives the total cost y in dollars for skating x hours. Then make a table that shows the cost of skating for 1, 2, 3, and 4 hours. The independent variable x is the time in hours. The dependent variable y is the total cost in dollars, because the total cost in dollars depends on the time spent skating. Let's write an equation. The total cost is $3 for each hour plus $1.75. So the total cost y equals 3 times x plus 1 and 75 hundredths. So the equation for the relationship is y equals 3x plus 1.75. Now let's make a table. The rule is 3 times x plus 1.75. The input is x and the output is y. Let's solve the equation 3x plus 1.75 for x equals 1. The answer is y equals 4.75. If x is equal to 2, y is equal to 7.75, because 3 times 2 plus 1.75 is equal to 6 plus 1.75, which is equal to 7.75. If x is equal to 3, 3 times 3 plus 1.75 is equal to 9 plus 1.75 equals 10.75. If x equals 4, 3 times 4 plus 1.75 is equal to 12 plus 1.75 equals 13.75. Write an equation for the relationship shown in the table, then find the unknown value in the table. If x is equal to 20, y is equal to 23. If x is equal to 40, y is equal to 43. If x is equal to 80, y is equal to 83. So obviously, the equation is y equals x plus 3, because I'm adding 3 to x each time. So if x is equal to 60, y must be equal to 63. If x is equal to 3, y is equal to 18. I notice that 3 times 6 is equal to 18. If x is equal to 4, y is equal to 24. I also notice that 4 times 6 is 24. If x is equal to 5, y is equal to 30. And 5 times 6 equals 30. So the equation here is y equals 6 times x. So if x is equal to 6, 6 times 6 is equal to 36. Y is equal to 36. Problem solving, analyze relationships. Dairy cows provide 90% of the world's milk supply. The table shows the amount of milk produced by a cow over time. If the pattern in the table continues, how much milk can a farmer get from a cow in 1 year which is equal to 365 days. The independent variable here is the amount of milk, because the amount of milk produced by the cow depends on the number of days, which is the time. If x is equal to 2, y is equal to 50. If x is equal to 7, y is equal to 175. If x is equal to 10, y is equal to 205. And if x is equal to 30, y is equal to 750. I notice that y is equal to x times 25. What do I need to find? I need to find the amount of milk produced by a cow in 365 days. What information do I need to use? I need to use the relationship between time and the amount of milk shown in the table. How will I use the information? I will find the pattern in the table and use the pattern to write an equation. Let's solve the problem. I can find the amount of milk by multiplying the number of days by 25. The amount of milk in liters is 25 multiplied by the number of days. So the equation here is y equals 25 times x. Substitute 365 for x, since x is the time. Y would be equal to 25 times 365, which is equal to 9,125. So in 365 days, the farmer can get 9,125 liters of milk from the cow. Graph relationships. You have learned that tables and equations are two ways to represent the relationship between two quantities. You can also represent the relationship between two quantities by using a graph. Unlock the problem. A cafeteria has a pancake making machine. The table shows the relationship between the time in hours and the number of pancakes the machine can make. Graph the relationship represented by the table. Step 1. Write ordered pairs. Let x represent the time in hours and y represent the number of pancakes made. Use each row of the table to write an ordered pair. The ordered pairs are 1, 200, 2, 400, 3, 600, 4, 800, and 5, 1000. Step 2. Choose an appropriate scale for each axis of the graph. Label the axes and give the graph a title. The scale used in here is 1 square for 1 hour and 1 square for 100 pancakes made. Step 3. Graph a point for each ordered pair. Graph the relationship represented by the table to find the unknown value of y. If x is equal to 2, y is equal to 8. If x equals 4, y equals 7. If x equals 8, y equals 5. If x equals 10, y equals 4. Now, let's graph each ordered pair. 2, 8. 4, 7. 8, 5. 10, 4. We notice that the points can be joined by a line. Now let's find y for x equals 6. Using the graph, y is equal to 6. Equations and graphs. The solution of an equation in two variables is an ordered pair that makes the equation true. For example, 2, 5 is a solution of the equation y equals x plus 3 because 5 equals 2 plus 3. A linear equation is an equation whose solutions form a straight line on the coordinate plane. Any point on the line is a solution of the equation. Unlock the problem. A blue whale is swimming at an average rate of 3 miles per hour. Write a linear equation that gives the distance y in miles that the whale swims in x hours. Then graph the relationship. Step 1. Write an equation for the relationship. The distance equals the rate multiplied by the time. So y equals 3 times x. Step 2. Find ordered pairs that are solutions of the equation. If x is equal to 1, 3x is equal to 3, and y would be equal to 3. So the first ordered pair is 1, 3. The second one is 2, 6, since 2 times 3 equals 6. The third one is 3, 9, because if x is equal to 3, y would be equal to 3 times x, which is equal to 9. And the last one is 4, 12. Step 3. Graph the relationship. So we need to graph the ordered pairs and join the points by a line. That's it for now. Thank you.